Over the span of the last few months, I've ranked every single Megadeth song, all the way from the best to the worst. And what that's led us to, ranking all the Megadeth albums again. For those who are here way back when my channel first started, and for those who are new, welcome. Right here, I ranked every Megadeth album to my personal preference of what I felt I liked the most. And now today, we're finishing the journey of me ranking every Megadeth song of all time by re-ranking the albums based on my song rankings. To go over how the rankings of these albums will work, I got the song list, went through every single one. I had a huge formula I did. I have to show you the page, but it's a lot. To run it down, here's what I did. I got all the songs from the albums, added them together from the scores of what they're ranking. So like, Holy Wars was 1, and add the songs where they rank together. So 1, 25, 74. Added all the songs up, averaged them out in the album, and the albums got a score. And I ranked the albums based on those scores. Some albums you think they have less songs that have an advantage. That is true. But at the same time, you gotta think, sure, it's a shorter album, but if it has enough great songs, overall, it's going to be a better experience. That is basically how it is. It's not about quantity. It's about quality and what you get. So without further ado, here is the rankings of every Megadeth album of all time. At 15, even though it had a song in the top 10, is Risk. Had a total score of 1587. It averaged 144.2. Dropping into the bottom. As you can see on this list, every single ranking is how it is, and if I have a note to put in, I put the note on there. So its top song was Time the Beginning, was at number 6, but also the low song at Time the End, which was only 3 spots from the bottom. When I did the original rankings, the song was 13, so it did drop, not too far, and the original favorite stayed the same, Time the Beginning. I still will always adore that song. And the big note from this one is it had the largest spread. It had 173 as a low song, but 6 as its highest. That's crazy. Super spread, but again, the album, I will admit, is not the biggest of quality. It's still not a bad album. I still love it, but by my scores, it's number 15. Alright, next up at 14, we have The World Needs a Hero, with a total of 1707 and an average of 131.3. Top song was Motorcycle at number 71, and its lowest song was Coming Home at 172. Originally, I had it ranked as my least favorite. It moved up 1 spot. Good job. I guess overall in the end, I did like a lot of songs on this, much more than Risk, but at the end of the day, it had the lowest ranked best song. 71 is not good for a best song. My favorite song though, originally, on this ranking, I said my favorite song was Motorcycle. Originally back then, if you go back and watch my original rankings of the Megadeth albums, I ended each one with saying what my favorite song of the album was. Back then, I said it was When, but it's Motorcycle. At 13, we have Super Collider with a total of 1,222. It's a lot of twos, averaging a nice simple 111. Top song ranked at 33 after deliberating was Forget to Remember. That song is intense. I've always loved that song. I actually was recently looking through my Facebook memories, and back when this album first came out, I said this song was intense, and whoop, it stayed the same since then. That was 8 years ago. Lowest song though was Super Collider, because I hate Super Collider. The song is cringy. The video is just as cringy. Originally ranked at 12. It dropped 1 space. I believe it so. That's not much of a shift. So it's where, in my heart, I was close. Overall, I averaged in my head without even knowing I did it. Originally, my favorite song was Dance in the Rain, and Dance in the Rain actually ended up being the 4th favorite song from this album after re-ranking them. It's funny how that shifts, huh? And the biggest note on this one, like I said, it had the worst song. At 12, we have the album that was almost perfectly placed, 13. Total score of 1309, averaging a nice even 100. Top song that was ranked hasn't changed from my original rankings, A Millennium the Blind. It ranked at 18. Slowest song was Wrecker, it's 156. Not a bad song. I've said before, I don't hate any Megadeth song other than Super Collider, but some I just like more than others, and this is a perfect example of that. It's not a bad song, but it's not the greatest. At number 11, we have Cryptic Writings, which is actually tied for the farthest drop of my original rankings. It originally ranked number 7. It fell 4 spots. It's tied with another album we'll get to later. Had a total of 1254, averaging a 96.4, which sounds like a great radio station. It's only 1 off from being 96.5. KOIT. It's almost Christmas time. The top ranked song was She-Wolf at 35, and the lowest song was I'll Get Even, 166. Originally, my favorite song on this was Almost Honest. It fell to number 2 on the albums. for this album, and well, I still love that song, but She-Wolf is just, it's a thrash song on a non-thrash album, and it's fantastic. At number 10, we have The System Has Failed, with a total of 1,024, averaging a nice even 93, even though it's actually an odd number. Don't math me. Top song hasn't changed one bit. Die Dead Enough, ranked pretty damn high at number 20. To be 20 of 175 songs, that's a high praise. Low song is I Know Jack. It's not much of a song. That's the only reason why it's that low, and probably held this album back. But hey, like I said, you need to have all quality. If one song is kind of a bad egg, it can ruin your entire score. Prime example. It originally ranked 9 in my old video. Didn't fall very far. At number 9, we have United Abominations, the other album that tied Cryptic Writings for falling the furthest. I defend this album. I say it's super underrated, but apparently to my own rankings, it's not even in the top half. Scored it 850, which averages out to 85. Nice even numbers. I appreciate nice even numbers. And his favorite song didn't change. Burnt Ice, the most underrated Megadeth song of all time. Quote me on that. I don't care if I ever say anything otherwise. The lowest rated song was You're Dead, 164. That song is never, it's kind of dead to me. But yeah, it originally ranked at number 5. It fell all the way down to 9. This is the prime example of, yes, even though in my heart I feel I love an album so much more than others, other songs do drag it down. You're going to see a great example of this coming up soon. At number 8, So Far, So Good. So what? This is the prime example I'm talking about. I swore up and down I don't really like this album, but I guess if you take the individual tracks apart from the album, it ends up being a fantastic album, which to me, I guess in my heart says it doesn't make for good, but hey, the songs speak for themselves. They brought the album all the way up. It's just, it was 14 originally, brought it all the way up to 8. That is a pretty massive leap, and I do love this album, I guess. And like I put in the notes, parts better than the sum. You take out the songs, I love all the songs, but you put them together. I think what it is the way this album's mixed. It has a kind of harsh essence to it, and just at a full length, I don't like it listening front to back. If you take out the songs, I love the tracks. Favorite song is still Hook and Mouth, ranked 28 on the rankings. I love that song. Lowest was 502. Kind of wish I had 502 songs to rank it, but it's at 151. Another one that dropped a surprising amount for me, Euthanasia. I love this album, but apparently to me, it's also barely in the top half at number 7, with a total score of 1,005, averaging 77.3. Top song ended up being Euthanasia. It was originally a Tout Le Monde. It's now the second favorite song on this album, but yeah, because Euthanasia is undeniable. I've explained this in the song rankings. It's monstrous. The riffs are hard and they hit you in the face. Lowest song was Absolution. It definitely dragged down the rankings, but hey, you put the song on the album, it brings on the rankings. That's just how it goes. At number 6, we have Endgame, totaling 760, evening out to 76 on the average. Originally, my favorite song was Right to Go Insane. It ended up actually being the third favorite track on the album. Because after going over the albums again, I just cannot deny how much of an impact Head Crusher actually had on my youth. This song crushed my head, and it was fun. Lowest song was How the Story Ends. The song is just alright. It's actually kind of a high for low because it's almost 40 spots higher than the lowest ranked song. That's a good place to be. It originally ranked 8, so it actually jumped up 2 spaces. Good job, Endgame. Good job. The album I originally had ranked number 2 drops to number 5, averaging 74.5 with a total score of 820. I love Dystopia. I defend this album. I know apparently a lot of fans actually don't like this album that much. Kiko's playing is amazing. Dave's vocals are at my kind of prefer, his mid kind of old man growly voice. I like the old man growly voice. Okay. Top song is still the same for me. Poisonous Shadows. Lowest song is The Emperor. That song is kind of weird. I like it, but it's weird. But yeah, it dropped 3 spots to number 5. Still top 5 album though. For being in the top 5, that's an accomplishment in itself. I cannot wait for the new album to come out though. Please hurry up on that. Who's gonna play bass? The song I swear up and down is the greatest thrash album of all time. I stand by those words, damn it. Is ranked number 4. Even in my original rankings, I still ranked it number 3. For an explanation of how that goes, let past me explain. I like to explain something real fast. It's a thought process of what you think is the best and what you like the best. Example being, I personally think Led Zeppelin is the greatest band of all time. However, they do not have my favorite song of all time, nor are they my favorite band. My favorite band is actually a tie between Styx and Megadeth, depending on my mood of the day. So do either of them have my favorite song? Nope, that belongs to December from Collective Soul. Do I feel like it's the greatest song of all time? No.
No, I do not. I think you get what I'm getting at.
Had total score of 570, averaging 57. Top rated song is still the same. Holy Wars is the #1 overall song, but just goes to show that even though you have the #1 song, does not mean you're safe from being dragged down. Dawn Patrol, while it's a great song, it doesn't rank above many others. It's at 147. It actually originally ranked 3, so it actually dropped a space. That's honestly surprising. And it just goes to show low songs can bring down your score, and well, I guess technically bring up your score in the averaging sense. You know what I mean. You know how these things work. It's like golf. Low score wins. I still say this is the greatest thrash album of all time, but it's not the #1 album. Move on. Next up, we have the most improved album on the entire list at number 3, Killing Is My Business, and business is going okay. Jumping all the way from number 10 to number 3. That's crazy. I explained the old ones. I love the album, but to me it doesn't measure up to the others, but apparently I'm wrong. Total score of 423, averaging out 52.8. Top song is Mechanics. Nostalgia, when going through all these songs again, just reared its ugly head and when put this song at number 2. It deserves to be there. My original favorite song was Looking Down the Cross. It went to number 2 on the album. Still adore that song. Back on my original rankings, I said this was uncontested, but it's number 2. Countdown to Extinction. This was the huge upset for me. I thought it'd be number 1. It was originally ranked number 1. I adore this album to hell, but it dropped. Architectural Regression being ranked 129, which is still a super high ranked lowest song, was enough to drag it down below the number 1 spot. Even Ashes in Your Mouth, which is still the favorite song from the original rankings, is number 3. That's in the top 3. That's super high. You can't get much higher than number 3. But it just goes to show that I guess the vast amount, maybe we just had too many lower ranking songs and the ones in front of it that drag it down. That's how averages work, dumbass. But yeah, we have a surprise Cinderella story for the number 1. And those who noticed, who even commented saying they like this album the most, and I, didn't put it that high compared to this. Well, I eat my own words. I admit defeat. I eat my own words because Peace Sells takes the number 1 spot with a total score of 361 and an average of 45.1. It goes to show that yes, it's a shorter album, and well, the shorter album helped it, but it all has great quality. Favorite song on it was My Last Words, and it also goes to show that how condensed it is of not having too many songs are all so ranked high because so many songs are amazing. The highest ranked song was only number 7, and that's pretty significantly lower than the last 2 albums on this list. It had the highest ranked worst song, and I think that's what helped it out the most here. The highest ranked worst song at 120 was I Ain't Superstitious. That is 55 whole spots from the bottom. And then most of the songs on this, if you saw the episodes, there was I think 3 in the in 10 to 20, and there's 2 songs in the top 10. It's crazy, but hey, it all adds up to being the number 1 album of all time from Megadeth. My words, not my own. I argued with myself on this one. I ranked it at number 6 originally, and it went all the way up to number 1. Just goes to show the quality on that album. That was quality. It's insane. And I said reasons why I didn't rank it higher. But hey, I ate my own words. I'm blabbering. No one likes me blabbering. But hey, we are done with this finally. It took a long time. Thank you guys for sticking with me, being patient when I had downtimes and not being able to get the episodes up. We stuck through it together. Thank you guys wholeheartedly. Please consider, if you watch this one, you're new here, consider subscribing. I'm going to keep doing this series. The next one was originally going to be Styx, but with them deciding to drop a new album a day before my birthday, we have a new one coming up next. It's something that was requested, highly requested by a, ongoing viewer, and I thank you, sir, for being here from the beginning of this. So, without further ado, I announce the next series, ranking every... Yes, we're doing the Judas Priest rankings. It's going to take a bit longer for that one. Please bear with me. We're going to take a few weeks off from this series. Give me time to put it together. I have them all ready to go. I just got to sit down, listen to every single song, put them where I feel best, put those together. Coming soon, folks, within the next few weeks. It's going to be a journey. Please take that journey with me. For I am Fenrirock. Please stay with me. Be part of the clan. Be part of my shield wall, and we will destroy our enemies.
I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm gonna go watch Vikings now, I guess. Even though I'm done with the show, Vikings might be in the next epic rap battles of history. That's kind of something to look forward to. If you're here, you're used to this nonsense. You're used to dealing with me being stupid, blathering, not making any goddamn sense. It's fun though. It's why you're here, right? I hope. Do you hate me? I hate me sometimes. I really do. You guys deserve to be here with me. That doesn't make any sense. That's not what I meant. That sounds so pretentious. Pretentious nose slap. What am I doing? Why are you still here? Just stay tuned. I have a video coming out Sunday. It's going to be running down what the future of the channel is going to be. Stay tuned for the future Judas Priest rankings. 6 to follow, hopefully. After that, probably do Metallica. After Metallica, I'll do something. Suggestions. Who do you want to see? Who do you think is going to get reviewed? Give me albums to review. Classic albums. Reaction reviews. Why are you still here? You're still... Go home. I'm home. I'm in the creation corner. I'm losing my mind.